This is going to be the shelf or the tray for the K&T tool stand. What I did is cut these to lengths. These two pieces were left over. There's one piece over here that I've got to notch out. What I'm going to do is these things will sit in there like that, and I'll notch these out so it sits down in there so I have an even surface to put the expanded metal across. So I've got this one marked. I've got this one marked, and what I'll do is I'll just cut it off with a cutoff wheel. But I'll bring it back. To cut a little more off of it, but I'll bring it back. Okay, so I recut it, so I've got it now. Bring it back. I'm gonna run what I've got. This thing done is mocked up, and this is a tray for the K&T stand. I'm just gonna run a bead, a small bead along the back side of it. Down in the corners, run a small bead along there, and that way, then what I'll do is I'll flip it over and I'll weld it out from the back side. That way the beads aren't interfering with the expanded metal for the shelf. I'll turn it around so the other end is facing over this way, and do the same thing on the other end. And this is the other side. I got to get a new grounding clamp, or figure out some way of regrounding it to the table. But anyways, here we go. This is the back side. Yeah, I can tell it's a grounding clamp. It was worn. Other side bottom. I should have gone at more of an angle in towards the thicker metal. Let me fix it right now. It's kind of what happens when you have two different thickness on the metal. But if you go in at an angle towards so you get more penetration in on the thicker metal, you can fill that back in again. I'll bring it back. And here's going to be the last one. Edge. What I did is I've got this shelf mounted up on the back of this stand. I decided to put the shelf on the back of the stand kind of to counterbalance the weight that's going to be hanging off the front of the stand while the spindle supports are on there. So I just got it clamped onto the tubes. I'm going to weld it out, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to cut a piece of angle iron to actually put the spindles into on the front, just below the plate. I'll weld it out there, and the spindles will fit in there into it's actually this piece of angle iron. I will put some holes in it for the spindles to sit into, but I'll bring you back when I start welding it up. I didn't know whether I was going to do the top side of that. That's why I kind of hesitated here. I'll probably edit it out, but I was kind of looking at it, and maybe I won't even do it. It's kind of in an awkward position. Maybe I'll take it down and do it. Turn this so I can do it. One of the things I'm going to do today is get a better ground point for that machine, but I'll bring it back. Never found a really great way to cut standard metal, so I'm going to try and do it with a cut-off wheel on a grinder. I've cut them before, you probably see it here, with cutting torch. Well, that worked. So there it is in the in this slot. I've got to I'll have to take that corner down. This side's good. But that'll, let me, I'll just grind that one corner off. Let me do that, I'll bring you back and we'll tack weld it in. Okay, I'll bring it back as I've got to get that angle iron cut for the length, and then figure out how many holes and how I'm gonna put them in there, or if I'm gonna cut them in with a cutting torch or drill them with a hole saw. But I'll bring it back. This is gonna be the angle iron that holds the spindles for the K&T mill. What I'm going to do is drill holes in it, run a 1/4-inch pilot bit through it just to put pilots in it, and then I'll going to run a hole saw. I'm not going to burn it with a cutting torch. I'm just going to use a hole saw in it to drill the holes. I'll bring it back when I start doing the hole saw. Okay, I'm going to do the rest off camera. Here we are. I've got, this is the thing for the spindles. The piece of angle iron that the spindles will sit in. I've just got it up here. Now I've got this clamp in the center, and it's only because I'm anal. When I put this piece of angle iron up there, the plate and the angle iron in the middle, in the middle didn't match up. I mean, it wasn't off that far. Probably maybe 80 thousandths of an inch off. But what I'll do is I just put a clamp on it so that I drew them out together, and I'll put a couple of tacks there just to hold it. If I didn't do that, it would annoy me to death every time I saw the thing. So what I'm going to do now is weld it out. I'm going to run a couple of beads down here. Again, put a couple of tacks up here. And then I'll probably flip it over and weld back a little bit. But I'll bring it back. What I'm going to do is throw a couple of tacks up here first so that when I weld this out down here, it doesn't warp it up. Bring it back when it's down. Okay, here it is back on the table upside down, and I'm going to do those welds on the back. I'm just going to put a weld across the plate and the angle iron to hold it. Do the same over on the other side. Then probably put a couple of tacks on the inside of the angle iron, and then maybe one tack right in the middle of the plate. Well, good. I'll bring you back when I got it down on the floor. Okay, so here it is. Of course, it's not been painted yet, but I just threw a spindle in there and one of the spindle supports up on the top of it. I've got to wipe it down, sand it down, and then I'm going to paint it. Probably paint it a gray color. Kind of a gray to match the K&Ts. So, of course, it's not going to be a perfect match, but at least it's gray. But anyways, there it is. I'm not sure if I'll bring you back and show it to you. Yeah, I'll probably on maybe a little bit of a shop update or something. I'll show it to you after I get it painted. But anyways, there it is. Done.